All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan, but more on that later. And on top of that, if you haven't placed your order yet and you want to lock in your $1,000 discount, because this could change at any moment, and I do predict it will change at any moment. Definitely don't forget to use a Tesla referral code just like the one down below in the description so you can get an extra $1,000 off. Lock that in on a Model 3, Model Y, S, or even X. But here it is. And so we kind of expected this, because September, if you look at all the incentives that Tesla does throughout the year, they always line everything up to try and hit it off with a bang by the end of each quarter. So September is the last month of the quarter, and so certainly they want to try and get as many sales, as many deliveries by the end of the quarter. And so the quarter ends on September 30th. How it used to be written was that the 1.99 you had to place your order in by the end of August, but certainly, of course, that was just a way to try and get as many orders in the pipeline and queue so that they could try and predict how many deliveries they would have by the end of September. But it seems like maybe they planned this all the way from the beginning to try and just get people to place as many orders as possible. And now on top of that, with the Tesla referral code program, just like the one linked down below in the description, it kind of adds more to the hype of this, with people using it to lock in their $1,000 and lock in their 1.99% offer rate. But now it is completely changed, and all you have to do is take delivery by the end of September 30th, to take advantage of the 1.99% interest rate on a Tesla Model 3 or a Tesla Model Y. Unfortunately, nothing for Model S or Model X yet, but certainly I do predict some sort of better interest rate for the Model S and Model X, maybe in Q4. And maybe I predict like a 0.99, or I don't know if we'll go as low as 0%, because we haven't seen that yet. We've seen 0.99% interest financing on only the Model Y. That was a few months ago, but that was also when inventory for the Model Y was at really, really high levels. But I guess it is safe to say that inventory for Model Y is getting back up there, but you can see kind of relative what it looked like. So Model Y inventory was in this area right here when they released that 0.99% offer, and then it crashed all the way down, because believe it or not, people will buy if it's a 0.99 or even free interest. And then it went all the way down, but now it's starting to go back up steadily, but it's not up to where it was crazy in the crazy numbers before. So 1.99 is probably where we're going to land at, because Tesla has to incentivize and buy down the rate. And so of course they don't necessarily want to buy it down too much, and so they probably like being comfortable at this 1.99% offer on Model 3 or Model Y. And there's maybe a chance it gets more aggressive, but that will happen if inventory for Model 3 and Model Y keeps going higher and higher. It's trending in the right direction, but certainly I'm not sure it would crash. And even if it did, even if a lot of people were to release that 0.99, then it would definitely make inventory crash, because then people will know it's a great rate. But certainly I do feel like there's going to be a lot of more incentives in Q4, but is it worth the wait for you? I mean, there's a time cost variant right there. If it goes down to 0.99, you're really not saving that much. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on the stream today, and one of the topics about how much are you really saving with between 0.99, 0%, and a 2%. But definitely start producing stuff. Congrats to everybody that is waited it out or was taking a little bit of a gamble, but it seems like now 1.99 is going all the way till September 30th, and you have to take delivery by September 30th. So if you're looking to get this in, go ahead and place an order, and don't forget to use a Tesla referral code just like the one down below in the description, so you can get an extra $1,000 off a Model 3, Model Y, S, or even X. But in some other news, some cool accessories are getting released by Tesla. There's now a Cybertruck air compressor Ultra that you can use to deflate or inflate your tires using the plug in the back, starting at $550. Pretty interesting because Rivian actually includes something like this within the vehicle. So it is interesting for Tesla to try and release this separately in the back of it. And on top of that, if you're excited about this Robotaxi actually coming out, well, it seems like they've picked the venue for it, and it's going to be at the Warner Brothers studio in Burbank, California. So maybe if you're looking to get an invite, that's where you will have to be if you're wanting to get into this event. It's planned for October 10th, so 10/10. So what is that, like a month and a half from now, in which we'll hopefully see our Robotaxi or see a Robotaxi in the near future. And lastly, in case I thought this video was really interesting, but in case you're trying to confuse on what regenerative braking is and how it can save your brakes over the life of your vehicle. There's people that have gone 100,000 miles without changing their brakes at all. Regenerative braking basically slows your vehicle down to a full stop, so you don't have to use your brakes at all. If you've ever driven like a golf cart, it similarly happens just like that when you're driving with a golf cart out there. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking.